Yeah, it is actually true. We have that misconception. We have the labeling. We have the name calling. We have the demonization. Let me use that word. Demonization of herbal practice by the West and even by some religious people, both Christian and Muslims. However, I'll tell you, calabash that you see, that when people see calabash, they see it as a symbol of ritual. But calabash is just like a cup or a bowl that our forefathers used to drink water or scoop or take water from the pot or from the stream. Cowrie, for example, is actually was used as a means of what they call it, trade, as a currency before. Later, it transcended into what they use for divination, and later it transcended into what we use for fashion. When you see people plaiting their hair, they put cowrie. Look at beautiful Nubia. Look at some other people. People use it for necklace. People put it on their hair. You understand? People use it for bangle. So that is cowrie. For example, clay pot. When you go to a place in Abeokuta, one of their stadiums, you will see where they use clay pot to prepare catfish pepper soup. If I use clay pot to prepare soup and you see it on my table while eating and you enter my room, you will eventually say that I'm a ritualist. Maybe I'm eating a sije or something, you get. But however, I'll tell you, there are 3 branches of alternative medicine. We have the divination aspect. The divination aspect are the people that deals with Ifa, that they talk to the deities to ask, to make inquiries on what is actually happening at a particular period of time. Is that to an individual, to a community, or to a ruler? They call them Onifa. You understand? That is the divination aspect of African alternative medicine. Then we also have the ritual aspect. After the divination, they will tell you, and all. That is the ritual aspect. And then we have the 3rd aspect, which is the medicinal. The medicinal aspect is just telling you that you should take, okay, for example, if you take ewedu, you take cassava, you take the cassava, you process it, you turn it into gari, and you make the gari, you turn it into eba. The ewedu and the pepper you use to cook soup, and you eat it. You have done what? You have transformed herbs, plants, into finished good, which you call food. The same way we will take away tepola and oyin, blend it together and use it for somebody that has ulcer. The same way we will take oro adete, oro agogo, oro alabebe and co. We use it for somebody that has infection. The same way we will take flaxseed, fenugreek, fennel, almond and all these things, we use it for immune boosting. The same way we will tell somebody that have fibroid to get oluiju and some other things to use it for fibroid. So when people now have that kind of misconception, we tell them, if they tell you that when you make an herb and you make incantation into it, that is not ordinary herb again. But what we sell, what we produce, they are herbs that you don't need any incantation. The only thing you need to do is read the instruction, follow the instruction, and use it accordingly. That's all. You can put it on the ground, you can put it anywhere. In Yoruba land, there's what they always do. When, for example, if someone always get pregnant and have a miscarriage, there is one thing my great-grandparents used to do. What they do is, there is, it is what we call owu in Yoruba land. That thread, they will use that thread to hold a mortar, odo. You know how heavy a mortar is? That is a spiritual power. The thread, the assignment as that thread is that you can even cut it by holding it in two ways. They will use it to hold a mortar. As they are holding the mortar, the pregnancy will not, the person will not have miscarriage. It is when it is enough, when the time is enough, the 9th month, that is when they will cut the thread. Immediately they cut the thread, the person will give birth. The side effect of that is that when they are doing it, the person that is actually monitoring it must not die before the day of delivery. Because if the person dies and nobody knows where that thing is, that is how that person will be carrying that pregnancy for till eternity. You understand? So there are a lot of things, but those aspects of our culture are there and the medicinal aspects are there. You understand? There's what they call Egbe, there's what they call Kanoko, there's what they call Aforon. A lot of other things, but those are spiritual aspects of it. But we practice the medicinal, and the medicinal has nothing to do with idol worshipping or anything barbaric.